what is a legacy goal of yours? A lot of times we're asked, what's your 5-year goal, 10-year goal, 25-year goal, whatever. But no one asks, like, what's that thing that you really want to accomplish when you're no longer here?
Yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic question, and I think what we've been talking about is really what it's about for me. It's about and it goes through my kids, which is corny. It's everybody's thing, but I mean, I've as my kids, they're now 10 and almost 12, and some of the things that I've implemented that I've learned throughout the years from, being around people like you and other people that are growth minded about how to um, just set people up for success. And when I hear my son kind of walk through the locker room at hockey, like rolling his eyes, like, yeah, that's all I hear about at home. And then a couple months ago, another kid was like, well, you should be grateful that you hear that at home all the time. And I was like, what? Like, first of all, to hear an 11-year-old say that, but it's like you start to see the work that you've put in that sometimes felt like it was never going to come to fruition. And so I think for me, the legacy goal is just that the people that I've been able to impact throughout my life, whether I'm lucky enough to be here for 90 years or not, whatever, or 100 or 120, whatever that is, that they would be carrying that on. And things like that comment I made about investing is what I want to instill in people, because ultimately I know that personally I can't do everything. And so it's empowering other people to meet their highest potential. And I don't feel like I've reached my highest potential yet, not even close. And yet helping people understand and helping people get to where, they can be on that road as well is really, really what I'm real into and everything that I do.
No, I love that.
What was your
What
answer?
For me, I want to make a dent in the failure rate of our industry. I believe that it should not be 86, 87% or whatever it is, by the end of year 2. I don't think, I think real estate's hard, but it's simple. And it goes back to kind of what we were talking about in the beginning. It's like a lot of people are not business minded. I wasn't salesy. I didn't know business. I wasn't an entrepreneur. I just got lucky and found the right person at the right time when I got into the business. And I think a lot of people get their license. And again, we can go down the rabbit hole of our industry and NAR and all of those things, right? I understand that they want the bar to be lower so we have more people in it. But I don't think we actually set them up for success once they are licensed. It's almost like a money grab, right? It's almost like give us your $1,200 and thank you, right?
That
And
is what it is. Don't
so
mistake it.
so my mission is to help new agents get into this business and to give them the road. That's why I love having someone like yourself and other top performers in our market on here to share the journey. It's not all Instagram, $200,000 cars and big houses. It's, hey, I called from a phone book. Hey, I put in the work, and that works for some people. That doesn't work for everyone, but as people getting into this business, they have to understand or learn that it all works, but you need to make sure that you have a game plan in place to follow it. No matter what it is that you want to focus on to build your business, there has to be a game plan. And how do we execute it? And what do we need to focus on day in and day out? And if we take care of those things, the rest will take care of itself. And so that's mine, is
Dude,
impacting
that's
that
awesome.
failure rate, because um, personally, I got lucky, with my
Yep.
situation. And I know there's a
You
lot of
created
people.
your own luck, bro.
Well, thankfully, Tracy Chambers, I owe everything to her, because she is the only person that responded to my email inquiry about getting into the business. And, met with her, and she connected me with Ryan, and I've been with him since day one, and um, I emailed more people than just Tracy. She was just the one that happened to answer and say, hey, come sit down with me and let's talk. So,
Sweet.
but yeah, that's my mission.
Yeah, that's, I mean, like I said, that's it's not the same. Mine is more investing and growing wealth through real estate, but same idea. And I agree with everything that you said. I do a little bit of coaching too. And when I was team leader, obviously you do a lot of that. And
Right.
that's what my favorite thing to say to new agents is, if you pick a way to lead generate in real estate, I can show you somebody who's become a millionaire. But the number one thing you've got to do is pick what you're going to pick and do it over and over again. And to steal one of my favorite Gary Keller quotes is, success is boring. You know, the more
Yep.
bored you're willing to be by doing the same thing over and over again, the faster you're going to master it and the better you're going to be at it. Every
Yeah.
time you start something new, you got to learn something completely new. And
Yep.
so,
I've been saying a lot, opportunities aren't always opportunities. It could be a distraction that really looks like an opportunity. Because to your point, not only are you learning something new, but a lot of times we don't factor in the time that's going to take to actually put that thing into place and to actually execute on it. We just like, oh, yeah, this is great. Okay, well, calling expireds is great, but are you willing to put the time and money and effort in and wait potentially 6 months before you start seeing, you know, some results roll in?